Okay folks, another rhythm guitar video. I want to show you how I might play rhythm guitar on big sciota. Fiddle tune, key of G. I'll play it 2 times and then talk you through some stuff. Here we go. Let's talk about that. So let's start off in that A section. 1, 5, 1. A lot of people, well, some people play big sciota, just that A part. Just 1, 1, 1. I like to add, and a lot of other folks add 1, 5, 1. Right? So one thing you can do with that one, besides cross-picking the shit out of it, which is what I'm doing this whole time, cross-picking, again, for folks who don't know, is using, playing across the strings, across string sets in combinations, usually in combinations of three strings. A lot of times people play this as down, down, up, pick direction. Sometimes, or you could just alternate. A lot of times you'll see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, but if you listen to someone like David Greer, Tony Rice, they don't limit themselves to 3 sets of strings, or even just one standard pick direction. You can pick through a lot of different things, and it opens up a lot of flat picking ideas, can help build out a melody. Anyway, let's not get too far down the road on cross picking. Just know I'm doing a lot of it. But the point is that I'm trying to get back to that 5 chord. What I like to do sometimes in that 5 chord, turn that 5 chord, that D, into a minor. Another thing I like to do, right, is syncopate that walk up to the chord. And then we continue up. Why not? Diminished, D, diminished, E minor, 7, F sharp. Yes, we're talking in sharps here. Minor 7 flat 5, half diminished. So that nice and smooth, that'll be more effective than what I just did. Let's talk about maybe some of that B section. Cross-picking. Cross-picking for rhythm guitar. It's so crucial. That's just a classic Tony Rice anticipation, Clarence White anticipation. Walk up from that 1 to the 5. Using the C6-9 chord. Some people don't like it in bluegrass. I don't care. Right, then you can get that 9th really easy. Look at this E. Love that E minor shape, even for bluegrass. And then I like to do. Or you could do. Ways of saying the same thing, right? What we're saying is, this is the end of the song, or this is the end of the phrase, this is the turnaround, right? You could literally do anything you want. Okay, the camera died just as I was really getting off into left field, so it's a blessing in disguise there that the camera died when it did. Anyway, the point is you can do a lot with turnarounds. One last thing I want to show you on this C chord, big Tony Rice move is this is almost like a B flat with a 2, aka a 9 in the bass. So there are all the ideas most of the ideas that I like to mess around with in big sciota. Really important to me is like, if you can't do this cool stuff in time with a metronome and then be able to execute that, it's really not going to be effective. It's kind of going to be mediocre at best, going to be dragging the band back at worst, which is kind of like the ultimate sin in a band without a drummer where everyone's responsible for keeping time. So really want to practice this fancy footwork in time and be able to execute it. Also, it's like, part of me is just like, why even do any of this stuff if boom chuck works better in most situations, right? And you won't step on, right? Simple walk-ups. A little bit of cross picking, right? Why not just do that, right? It's a question you should ask yourself.